so many more chicken nuggets.
It's Jen and Lizzie, girls that eat.
Welcome, friends. I'm Jen.
And I'm Lizzie, and we are on a journey to become the best versions of ourselves. This includes our fitness, our nutrition, our mental health, our emotional health, nurturing healthy relationships, and a lot of healing. This process is messy, and there have been a lot of tears on the way, but so many laughs and amazing moments that we've shared together. And now we're here to share them with you.
Yes, and we want to invite you into this conversation as we discuss each of our journeys and the new things we are learning on the way and give you the accountability and knowledge you're looking for in your own personal wellness adventure. So, having that said, we kind of just wanted to reintroduce ourselves because, we're not just doing a face mask and talking about miniature cows. We kind of just want to know or let you guys know that what you guys could use us for and, just learn stuff that we talk about and why we are here.
Yeah, and where we came from. Like
Yes,
really
how we all
what
started.
started this.
Yeah.
Yes. The beginning of our journeys.
Yeah, sometimes when something just clicks and you're like, I'm gonna be healthy, but you have to have that click. You can't just be like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna eat healthy. You just have that moment where I'm gonna be healthy, or I'm gonna start eating good, or I'm gonna start, walking, or whatever it is. Just you make a change and you're like, I'm sticking to it, right?
Yeah.
That's
And
how.
it's hard to do that. But yeah, there's usually that pain point or that moment for people, or just wanting to feel different. Like it's not like, oh, walking, like I'm gonna walk, but I want to feel something different. I don't want to feel this way. Like sometimes it can have a very like a negative thought process of this is bad, I don't want to be here. But then you can take that to the positive of how to get to the other side. And it's a process, man.
It is. I mean, I remember my sister-in-law, she was very heavy. I know she was over 200. I don't think she was 300, but she was a very big girl. When I first met her for the first time, she was large. And then the last time I saw her, she like lost 100 pounds. And I'm just like, what happened? And for her work, she had to go to overseas. I don't know if it was like Japan or China or something, but in that country, they don't have a lot of heavy people. And when she was there, and she had to be there for like a month, and everywhere she went, everyone was just like, oh, like one time she took like a taxi and they're like, oh no, we don't know if you'll fit in here. And she was,
Oh,
yeah, it was so sad. And she was like
devastating.
she was in tears. She told me these stories and I'm just like, oh my goodness, I can't believe you experienced that. And then after that, she came home and then she just started like working out, eating healthier, and she looks so good now. And I'm like, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's
crazy.
it sucks when it has to get to that point too.
Yeah.
Like the embarrassment and the shame that comes with it. I remember my old boss talking about when he was over 300 pounds, like going on a plane was so embarrassing because he always had to get the extra buckle, like the
Yeah.
extension,
You have to pay for that?
and I don't know. I don't know if you have to pay for it, but
I think you have to
you
pay
know,
extra for the second seat because you're
extra
taking,
room.
I think so.
Yeah. But and it took years, and then finally he just decided to dive in, like he's not going to live this anymore. He lost several relatives um who are, also not the healthiest, health issues and things like that, but um yeah, it sucks when it has to get to that point of something so painful for someone to realize they have to make a change. But for those that do, like, thank goodness, because you don't want to end up dead
Right? You want to
when
live
you're not
long.
healthy.
I mean,
Yeah.
long and where, like my mom right now, she's just struggling. Like my mom's 70 years old and she keeps saying, I'm old. And I'm like, I mean, okay, 70 to us, that seems old, but you could be 70 and still be healthy. And she just
Oh
keeps
yeah.
convincing herself that I'm so old. And I'm like, no, you could be you could still be able to walk around and do healthy things. I mean, I'm not expecting you to deadlift 300 pounds, but at least, you can carry it yourself and not have to worry about carrying a gallon of milk,
Right. Or picking up her grandchildren, or, like,
right? Or walking along, to the post office. I mean, not post office, the mailbox. I mean, it shouldn't be a struggle. So,
yeah.
yeah, she's struggling.
Yeah, mindset's huge.
Right? If you're telling
Um,
yourself you're old, you're going to be old. But if you're just like, I'm going to be healthy and I want to live a long life, then that's going to be you because you're telling yourself that.
yeah. Yeah, and it's not, I thinking about, like, it's not just about weight, it's not just about fitness. There's a lot of other ways we can be unhealthy that affect our lifespan. And um, drugs, alcohol, mental health takes a
Mental
huge
health,
toll,
big
you
one.
know. If you can't get out of a, negative or, like sedentary mindset, you're so stuck in this, like, maybe it's your nervous system too, like you're so stuck in this freeze mode, you're just like, it's too overwhelming, you know, that also is a huge struggle. So it's not just about weight. And that's why I think, like, something that's so huge for both of us, it's not just about being fat, but all the other pillars that go with it, all the other different avenues you can be unhealthy. And that's, and injuries too. Like, you're talking about mindset, like people who've had injuries or health problems then don't have the confidence to do these things or the confidence to follow through,
Mm-hmm.
which is also like your mindset again. Um, so lots of things to dig into. And
Yeah.
that's really why we started this. I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, but being in the fitness industry myself for 7 years, I've been coaching now.
Wow.
I'm doing CrossFit on and on for almost 11 years. Um, sorry, I can hear my dog just very gently scratching the door.
Oh,
He's like, "Well, lay down." He's like, "Please." um, where was I? Oh, being in the fitness industry for so long and seeing so many of these things happen to people, and then my own struggles, whether it's my loved ones or just, clients, members of the gym. So I've been like smack dab in the middle of it. For
yeah.
you, it's been more like your own journey, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've like worked out, like went to gyms and stuff, but like the big one that kind of just changed me was when I was like, I'm gonna join a CrossFit gym. And when I hear CrossFit, like the very first time, you see these videos, they're fucking doing crazy stuff, and I'm just like, that's not me. And that gym, the one in Tracy, I went there a long time ago and I just wasn't feeling it. The coaches there were just not welcoming. So I'm just like, it just wasn't for me. But I mean, that took a lot of effort just to even get into the building and just be like, okay, I'm gonna just see what it is. And then so I
Did
think
you
I
pee
was,
a little?
yeah, I was like, oh my God. Excuse me. And then I was like on their email list, and I don't know if they were promoting something. And so I came back again to try it out. And then Matt was there
Mhm.
and he was so nice. And I mean, I totally forgot everyone freaking doing muscle ups in the back. And I'm just like, I'll give it a shot. And so I did it. And it was just crazy how much has changed in a positive way where it's like, I never thought would be like, I'm gonna wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go work out. I mean, if someone told me that, I'm like, that's not you. But I was doing it. Like I set my alarm to be at CrossFit at 5:30 and then be home so I can get the kids ready for school. That's insane.
Yeah.
And I just felt stronger. I mean, and then, workouts was just felt good. And
Yeah.
I never thought that. It was just the scary part of starting again. Like there's a CrossFit here in our
Yeah.
area, and I was asking our community page, like, does anyone go there? And everyone was like, yeah, it's so nice. But I'm like at back at that stage again where it's like, oh, I just don't know if I want to go. So it's just, I don't know, it's just
I
been
think you're forgetting the most important part of this story.
what? I met you. Oh my God. I remember when you came, got an email saying, "This is our new coach." And I was like, "Okay." And then but the first, oh, and then you know how I fell on your side of, so there was like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead and explain it. You can explain it.
so there's like at CrossFit, there was one like at 8:45 and then Lizzie's class was at 9 and then I was late like a few minutes and I show up and because I wanted to be the 8:45 class and the coach said, "You're late. Can you just go over there?" So I was like, "Okay, I'll go to the other class." And then I met Lizzie and I'm just like, "Oh my God, I just love her. I'm gonna make her my best friend." And then now I only go to the 9 o'clock class. I'm so glad this was like a blessing in disguise. Like I didn't know. I forgot what
Yeah.
our class was called. I was like, this is so awesome. And the
Look at
people we met
yeah.
there, oh my God, it was so awesome to like I don't know, I just loved it. Like everything just worked out the way it was supposed to. Like it was meant to
Yeah.
be.
Her face is popping into the focus.
Here's funny. Yeah, when you
Yeah, it was amazing. I was so grateful to meet you.
yes,
That was the beginning. That was the beginning of our journey together.
the craziness.
CrossFit gym, bumping into you out like downtown
Oh yeah.
that one night. And then it was like from there, we started hanging out here and there.
Mm.
And Lord, let me tell you, last, it's been like 6 years now.
Has it been?
Well, at least 2017.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because 2018 was when I moved into my apartment.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, we've been together so long.
I know. I know. So yeah, I just feel
Ugh.
like everything just worked out that it was. And I mean, you're definitely a motivator when it comes to like being healthy. So I
Oh,
make
thank
healthy
you.
choices because of you too. Like I've been eating breakfast. Like this
Good.
morning, I had
Love
eggs
that.
with the tortillas, with
Good.
coffee. So yeah.
The coffee. Yeah. See, this is going to help just because checking in with each other each week too to just record these podcasts has been really good because we end up just chatting beforehand. I'm like, why are we not recording this?
Yeah.
Even though we Snapchat regularly. What are we up to on our Snapchat?
I think we're like at two something.
We're
It's
on
just
a streak,
we're
people.
just yeah. You know, I've seen people who have streaks that are like thousands. I'm like, wow, that's very impressive. I feel like an old person. 255. We're
Look
at
at us. We
255.
only had we only had to pay for it a couple times.
No, you don't have to pay for it when you lose the streak. You just go to the settings and say there was a glitch in in my app and then it will automatically redo it for you. Just got to make sure that you know how to spell my username and
Oh,
remember
okay.
what our streak number was and then say when we had this issue which was the day before the streak ended and they'll always restore it for free.
Oh, well, paid 99 cents for nothing.
Next time. Next time. Well, hopefully there won't be a next
I'm I'm paying for your love, Jen.
time. Snapchat's making money off of us.
Sometimes, what is it like 12 or 24 hours? Like, I don't even know.
I know it's 24 hours, but I don't know when they start showing the little dial thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Anyways, I want to hear your story, like how you first, like, when did you say, I want to be a CrossFit coach?
Um, I don't know that I ever actually said that.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, my fitness journey, I grew up in Pennsylvania on a farm. So I was always super active and then, just very physical jobs, working in a horse stable for years, doing construction, like always moving. But when I wanted to start some sort of fitness, I was probably like 17 or something, you know, living at home. We weren't allowed to do anything or go anywhere. So I just started running. And that was like the beginning of like starting to feel those endorphins and something to look forward to. It was like my own time to just like think and get out of the house.
Your
But
runner's
then,
high. You get a runner's
yeah,
high. I don't know.
yeah. And well,
I
I
mean,
wouldn't go super far or very long, but we lived back in the woods. So it was like I was in nature. That's like my favorite thing, the way I refill and reboot myself. And I could think through stuff in the quiet, like the noise in my head would just kind of tone down. I didn't actually go to a real gym until right before I left for basic training, which was I was 25
oh
when I
wow.
joined the army. Um, ugh, it's so challenging being so much older than all the like 18-year-olds with
Mm-hmm.
zero life experience. Anyway, so then I started working out because I wanted to do really well on like PT tests and everything. And then I got injured, blew out my shoulder, broke my pelvis, like cracked it.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was a long road back. Um, when I came back from basic, I started CrossFit right before actually, and went to a gym out in Pennsylvania, and just realized like, oh, this is what community is. You know, because I always had jobs where I really wasn't working with a lot of other people. Um, Made friends when I came back from basic. You know, had to try to heal, couldn't do a whole lot, and then I deployed later that year. So did a lot more working out. It was like the thing to keep me sane, focusing on my body, my fitness. After deployment, I moved from Pennsylvania to California, and then I decided to use my GI Bill for college. And I ended up not like going to a college, but that's when I did the National Personal Training Institute. And I just loved finally learning about the body and how to do this. And like I wanted to be healthy, but I had the aesthetics part of it too, and just the feel you get from like challenging yourself. But the injury side of things too is what I really wanted to focus on, and recovery and corrective exercise. Like, why did I end up with these injuries? Because I had imbalances in my body, you know, going too hard, not knowing how to stretch or activate properly. So that's why I went into the corrective exercise side of things. And also all the certifications I ended up getting through rock tape, like the scraping and the cupping and taping, and how that soft tissue work. Manipulating the tissue can really, really help, and working with your mind body connection. Um, so that's more what I focus on. I got thrown into coaching group classes back before I met you, worked at a fit body boot camp, and I realized like it was chaos because I would have 25 people and like 6 different stations. And no matter how many times I explained the movements, like people can't remember that. There's
Yeah.
too many things going on.
Yeah.
But
Down
my desire,
the bird. Was it the bird dog?
bird dog, dead bug, like
Yeah,
they're just the same thing. Same thing, but opposite, and people just can't get them right. It was then that I realized like I want to teach people the right way to do things. Like, so form and letting people know that they can build the confidence and they can do it right and safely. Like that's huge for me. Like I want to give people care across their lifespan, not just in that 1 hour. Like I want to teach people how to help themselves so they don't always need me, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
When people make that connection of there's oh man, you're aware of your body. There are some people who like, I swear they're like, I was gonna say jelly, but this doesn't make sense. Like flubber or something. Like they're just floating in space, have no control, like asking them to squat and they crumble.
Yeah.
Um, or just how to hinge your hips and activate, like just to feel muscles. Like if you're not taught, I mean, you just don't know, I guess. So when people make that connection and then all of a sudden, like you see the light go on, you're like, oh, that's what my lats are like, opening your chest and dropping the shoulders down, like actually activating. And
Yeah.
then they can do all these movements. It's very fulfilling because then they can use that through the rest of their life. They
Yeah.
start to know, like if their knees falling in when they're squatting, like, oh, I just did it. And then I just like, see, as long as you're aware, like we don't have to correct it every time. We're like, oh, you messed up.
Yeah.
But they make that connection and then they can continue on.
Yeah. That's
It's
awesome.
pretty, yeah, it's fun. My eyelashes are poking me. That's why I keep
Mm-hmm.
rubbing my eyes.
I was gonna say with also CrossFit, one thing I really, really loved about it was just like the encouraging part. Like I remember one time I had to do Coach Emma was like timing me because I forgot what it was where they had like certain things and you had to like do a timer. So I was doing
Mhm.
the row and I had to do like 2,000 meters or whatever. And I was just like almost giving up because I was so tired. And she was like, keep going. I was like, okay. It like gave me a couple more okay, I'm gonna fucking keep going. And I was just like, that's what I need because if
Yep.
I was at home, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm like, okay, I'll just
Like you look around, you're like, no one's gonna know.
yeah, it's like that's enough. I think I did enough. But she was like on my ear, like, keep going. I'm just like, okay. It just gave me like a boost of like energy to keep going. And I finished it and I was like on the floor dying, but I did it.
I love it. Well, and that's why like having a coach, that's why having a coach or someone to keep you accountable is so important. You don't really have to think about it. You have someone there to tell you what to do, how to do it, but they won't let you give up or quit on yourself, even when it's hard.
Yeah, like my friend Jenny, she's been like I sent her the workouts this week and I'm just like, hey, just checking in because we usually always will send our results like on whenever we do our workout. And she
Mhm.
hasn't been because she's just been like her kid is like had wisdom teeth and her husband got like some kind of something. And she goes, I just haven't been doing. She goes, but I know there's no excuse. So she said, I'm gonna do it, which I'm like, good, this is good,
Yeah.
because if you don't check in, then it's just like, I'll just skip this week. It's like, no, keep going. You have to keep going. And
Yeah.
some people just need that where someone's gonna check in on them and say, hey, I need that scale weight. Like, how's everything going?
Where have you
Heard you.
been?
Yeah, where are you? Yeah, so she's been so awesome. I'm so glad we're still working together.
Good. When did you
Yeah.
guys start working together with the accountability stuff?
In I think it was like end of August when she
Okay.
reached out to me because I didn't know
Mhm.
her that well, but I feel like we've gotten a lot closer. And
Yeah.
so we've just been checking in and then doing the whole jeans, the gold jeans.
Yeah.
And I've always been checking up. Like we have Mondays, I'm like, hey, it's Monday. Let's hope you have a great week. And then Wednesday, I was like, how's everything going? And then Friday, it's like, okay, it's weighing day. What's going on? So she's always
You know
pretty
it would be
transparent.
crazy
What?
if you did weigh-in days on Mondays.
Would that be better? I know the weekend's always so hard.
Uh,
I was
right?
I
I
was like,
mean,
oh my God. Should I
yeah.
change it up?
I mean, if the weekends are a struggle, that could be more of a motivator to stay on track over the weekends.
That's true. Because
I mean, because it's really about balance, and the weekend makes up so much of our week. I
it
forget what the percentage
does.
is.
It does.
Um, 2/7 of our week. What is it, about 30%? Something like that, 30% of our week.
Whatever.
Math is hard, but people will think like, oh, I did really good all week, and then not care or not track food or, really pay attention because like, oh, it's the weekend. I can do whatever I want. I'll start again on Monday kind of thing. But really, if you're trying to go for a calorie deficit throughout the week, like talking numbers, um, or, eat more whole foods and things like that. And then you go way over your daily caloric intake on the weekend. When you look at the full week, you're barely down calories at all.
Mm-hmm.
So giving yourself a day here or there, or just a meal, right, that kind of goes off track, that's fine. Just bring it back.
Yeah.
And that's a whole another whole topic, but maybe Mondays would be better. I didn't really think about that till just now. Like,
I'll
you gotta
talk.
show me. Show me.
I'll talk to her. I'm like, damn, I gotta send information to Lizzie now.
Oh yeah, we're doing it. We're
Yeah.
doing it. And that's something like we want to offer to people too, like to reach out, because I wanted to also just mention some of the certificates that I have too. Like, I'm a certified nutrition coach through Precision Nutrition, CrossFit level 1. I have a life coaching cert. Kind of feel like you just learn how to do stuff like that. And all my rock tape certs. So taping, flossing the pods, working the blades. So the ISTM, soft tissue work, personal training, corrective exercise, performance enhancement, health coach specialist. What else do I have? I can also do CPR.
I've always wanted to take a CPR class.
Do it.
I know.
I mean, you can do it online and watch the videos, but
No, I want
in
to like
person
actually
too.
do. I'm like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right?
It's good to know, man. Like, learning about choking and how to use an AED, like even just for your kids, your family.
Yeah, I saw this
Important.
video a few months ago where there was this lady, she was holding her son, and then all of a sudden got into candy or whatever at a restaurant, and she was like, "Oh no, oh no!" And so like a nurse came out of nowhere, and she just started freaking doing the Heimlich, and then it came out, and the dad was like hugging the lady, like, "Oh, thank you so much," and I'm like, "Oh my God, my heart would drop," like,
Yeah.
because you're in
And it's
panic
different.
mode. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially when
And
it's your child.
it's so different too, like different techniques for adults to young
Yeah.
kids to babies. Like,
Yeah,
it would be good to do.
I should do that.
Very good for you
I'm gonna
guys to
add
do
that
it.
on my list. CPR.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely need
Will I remember it in the moment? I sure hope so.
I think like when it's someone that you don't know, like I know how to do it, but then when it's like someone you really care about, I think it just kind of goes in panic mode. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, am I gonna do it right?
Or, yeah. Or you're like, it doesn't matter. I know the basics, and you're just gonna try to save them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very good to know.
yeah.
I was also a military police officer too. So if anybody needs anything there.
Yeah. You freaking do everything. So yeah, if you're in Tennessee, what side of
Hit me.
Tennessee are you? Like east, west?
Middle. We're Middle Tennessee.
So you
Don't
guys
call us
say
East. Don't call us West. We are Middle Tennessee.
you guys say
That
mid
is, yeah.
I know, like in Austin, they say East Austin, and I'm like, I don't know where any of that is. Like, I don't, because like I'm always on Marketplace, and so
Mhm.
when they say Austin, I'm like, okay, Austin, like hour away Austin, or like close Austin.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
it's huge. City's huge.
That's a word Nashville area, but we're 30 minutes from Nashville.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not
So
bad.
it's like it's all over the place.
Yeah, that's
Um,
30
yeah.
minutes isn't too
But
bad.
no, it's not bad. But just going back to like what we're offering, like talking about the accountability, this is stuff that we want to do for people too, even just to get an accountability group, or having clients, people we can help you guys out, whether it is nutrition, programming, I can do workout programming. You do a lot of the Peloton stuff,
Yeah,
right?
I offer
Um,
when you have an account with Peloton, there's like a link you can give to people who could try out Peloton for 60 days, like for
oh
free.
wow.
So I have it on my page. I'll link it to where you could just try it out, and if you like it, then it's up to you if you want to buy any of their equipment. But I
Yeah.
like a lot of the coaches that I found there, where when they're like when they start doing, like, I do the high intensity, and they're like, keep going. I'm like, okay, okay. Like, don't let it drop, don't let the cadence drop. And I'm like, oh my God, it's really hard. But I'm like sweating when I'm done.
I
So
love it.
that's how you know it's a good workout. There's no sweat. It's like, okay, you turn up a notch.
You're gonna turn up the heat a little.
Yeah, because
You know, some people don't sweat.
I have not met one person who doesn't sweat. Have you?
Uh-huh. Couple people.
Really?
Their body just doesn't sweat. That's not how they cool down. It's like scary.
So how do they cool down if they don't sweat?
I mean, they're kind of clammy, but not sweat like we do. And then you have people with the opposite problem who sweat so much, like their hands
Yeah,
sweat and get
like their
wet.
shirts are drenched.
Yeah.
Like, damn, that guy got a good workout. I know it's just my pores.
You might need to hydrate, bro.
Yeah, like you get that
Sweating
gallon of
everything
water.
out.
No, I just sweat regular, I guess.
I do too.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I can't wear t-shirts when I work out. I need to be in like my shorts and my sports bra.
Right? The least
Feel
clothes
like
possible. Yeah, because I mean, like, I see people work out with sweaters. I'm like, I don't know how you work out with sweaters. It's insane. Like, it'd be off instantly.
I've done it before to get like a really good sweat just to see how it feels, and I just feel
Gross.
like a wet blanket's on me and I can't get up.
I don't like it. But yeah, like I've never tried those sweatsuits. Have you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
No,
it's pretty much like a paper, not paper bag, like a garbage bag on you. And then when they take it off, it's just dripping. And I was like, that's
yeah.
so gross.
I mean, I feel like that would be good if you had like a long weekend drinking, like
Like a
get
tea
it all out, sweat it out. Your body's gonna push all the toxins out, but you definitely have to make
hydrate.
sure you're taking electrolytes. Yeah, salt, potassium, all that stuff.
There was this one time, so I was starting at a 24-hour fitness, and then they give you like a free trainer. And this trainer, oh my God, this guy was like hot. And I was like so taken back by like, oh my God, you're gonna train me. And Carl was like, let him know that, well, he didn't know it was gonna be a hot guy, but he was like, let him know that you work out. So I was just like, yeah, I work out. Dude, this guy worked me so hard, and I was just like,
I bet he did.
he even
Sorry, I had to.
he stretched me out. Like, he was like, let's stretch your legs. And he's like pulling my legs back. And I'm like, oh my God.
Like in all the movies, he did that.
Yeah. I was just
Like every
but the
real.
whole towards the end, because I was like sweating so much, but not like where it's gross sweating, but I mean I was sweating enough, and I was like so tired. Like I couldn't, like, I sat down and he's like, are you okay? And I kept telling myself, I swear to God, if I fucking throw up, I am never coming back to this gym again. And he was like, do you want me to walk you to your car? And I was like, no, my son's in the daycare. I'm like, I just need a minute. I just need a minute. And then he gave me like a Powerade or something like that, or Gatorade. And then like
Yeah.
within a few minutes, I was like, okay. And I was like, oh, all right. Thank you. Bye.
Some carbs, some sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, it's crazy because I was serious, like on the desk, like, oh my God, I just need to like lay down. He's like, are you okay? Yeah, he kept asking if I was a kid. I'm like, yeah. And so right when I took the drink, it just like revived
Yeah.
me. It's crazy.
I've given people gum before. Like if they start getting like lightheaded or having, a sugar crash, give them a
Yeah.
piece of gum, and that can sometimes help.
Really?
Just gives
Never
you a little bit of
thought.
sugar. Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you don't eat all day, or like you're eating crap that is higher in sugar, or like higher in those high glycemic um carbs, and then all of a sudden you crash, it just gives you a little bit of sugar until you can get some food at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was weird. I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't see you again.
Like, yes, can you please put a wet rag on my forehead?
Can you carry me?
Scoop me up, hold me tight,
Yeah.
feed me.
Oh
So
man.
good times. 24-hour fitness. I forgot about that place.
Yeah, this was like it was a big one. It was in Livermore. We had like the sled pushing and everything. It was a nice one. I liked
Yeah.
it. I don't know if there was a pool. I don't remember a pool. I never used it.
Ugh, I wouldn't get in it anyway. Ugh.
Oh my gosh, I've seen so many gross videos of, let me just tell you this one. There was this guy, I mean, he's like extremely heavy. Like I would say 400, like, and he was saying in the video that he can't like completely clean himself. So what he does is once a week, he'll go to a gym, like a public gym that has a sauna, and he'll sit in there to clean himself. And after I heard that, I was like, I am never going to a public sauna ever again. That is so effing gross.
See, okay, that's the opposite of what we were talking about in the beginning, where you have a pain point and you do something about it. If you cannot clean your body and you have poop streaks up and down your back, do something.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't even like water parks. Ugh, can't. No.
Just my toes.
We
That's it.
got a code brown. Can't do it.
Yeah, I don't even like get my hair wet anymore. I mean, I'll like walk through it, but I'm just like, that's it. When you're a kid, you don't care. You're just like, I actually drink water. Ugh. Yeah, it's like, no, don't do that. Just make yourself vomit right now.
Fingers down your throat.
Like, the
Ugh.
lifeguard's like, what are you doing, ma'am?
Choking my child.
Yeah, drank your crappy water.
Literally. Oh my God. So awful.
Oh my God.
Yeah, public spaces. Ugh,
Yeah, that's just gross.
I can't think about it too much because then I get like really weirded out.
Yeah,
One
that,
time,
yeah.
one time at it was I think it was World Gym in Tracy. Little corner, kind of
Oh,
old school lifting
yeah,
place near
I
home
know
roll.
that one.
I went there for a while, but one time I watched a lady, she was cleaning with a mop, and then she was mopping the floor, and then she went up and down the machine. I'm like over the handle and the seat, and I was like, why? Like, watch her dip it in the dirty water, and then I'm like, no,
Oh, that's
that's
gross.
not how cleaning works. You're just spreading the dirt.
That's where COVID happened.
It wasn't China, it was Tracy.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
Yeah, some of these videos or things you see, it just changes you. Like, yeah, I can't do that anymore.
I am changed all the way. Oh man.
I
Good
forgot to set
times.
my timer. How long do you think we've been on?
Probably getting close to an hour. It's 2:13.
Okay.
I
Well,
think
we
we're
got
doing
some
good.
good stories in here.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
Why does it always end up being kind of gross towards the end? It's either like really, really gross or like dirty gross.
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Because we live in the gutter, Jen. We live in the gutter.
we-
Come on, come with us. Come to the
Yeah,
gutter with me.
come hither. All right. Well, hopefully, everyone who is watching right now needs to like and subscribe and follow us.
Mhm.
And then hopefully once we get a huge audience, maybe
Which
we
we
get
will.
to like a like a questionnaire thing where they could like ask us questions, like a live thing. That would be so cool.
Yeah, I'd love that. I mean, people can comment. So comment,
Yes.
send us
Anything
questions or
talked about.
things you want us to do research on. We're happy to do it. If you want to, if we say something and you want to hear a little more,
Yeah. And I
happy to
mean,
share.
so even if we're in obviously different states, but for people who are watching and they're like, you know what, I do want help, whether, or even if you are in the same state. I mean, if you want
Yeah.
cupping or taping with Lizzie, she'll hook you up.
Mhm.
Reach out
And
to her.
I have a couple virtual clients right now, so happy to do it virtually too. I mean, I can't help you virtually, but accountability programming, nutrition stuff, yeah, for sure.
All right. And we're still working on an ending.
I think we should just say our names and we're the girls that eat
All
because
right.
that's what we are. And I
Yes.
have a great idea for a shirt.
Oh my gosh, we have to be
So
walking advertisements.
yes, I was thinking about it this morning while I was coaching.
And then
So I'm
people
gonna
can
share this
buy
with
our
you guys.
merch. People could buy our merch.
You guys can't hear it. I'm gonna tell her once we stop recording. So
Yes. All righty. Well, again, I'm Jen.
and I'm Lizzie
We're the
and
girls
the
that.
girls that eat.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Mhm.
Bye.
Bye.